Today I'm going to show you exactly how I build lead generation funnels for my real estate photography business. So this is not a theory, this is an actual funnel that I'm running right now. And the purpose of this video is not to prove that this is actually a good idea, because the idea behind this funnel is that I offer a free headshot for realtors. So I don't really know yet if it's, if it's going to generate lots of leads or if it's going to generate lots of orders. So the purpose of this video is to show you kind of behind the scenes what kind of elements are included in each funnel, because this is a very typical funnel that I use in many cases. So basically the idea is to show you what kind of tools I use, or how I use AI to create landing pages or some copy or materials for the funnel, and how it actually works. At the end of the video, I'll show you some results so that you can see what to expect and what kind of results funnels producing. So nothing really crazy, but at the same time, it's not overcomplicated. This is something that you can build and use for your business as well. So about the idea, right? So the idea is that we offer a free professional headshot for realtors when they order with us. So when they place orders with us. The idea is that, as you may notice, many realtors have very old headshots that maybe like headshots taken 10 years ago. And why not to update them, right? So when they have a listing, they get a free headshot and everyone is happy. So hopefully happy. So they're not paying for this, and we, at the same time, we get an order. So for photography package or something like that. So again, I don't know if it's gonna work, if it's a great idea, maybe not, who knows, but we will test it and we'll know maybe a few weeks later if it's actually a working funnel or not. So now let's talk about the elements or platforms that each funnel requires and what I use to build each funnel. So every component, we're going to discuss every component in this funnel, and I'll show you the entire workflow. So first of all, each funnel starts with some advertising, right? It could be like email advertising, or in my case, it's Facebook advertising. So we have a Facebook ad as a beginner of the funnel, and then the Facebook ad takes people or potential clients to landing page. The landing page in my case looks like this, and then the next step is we capture leads on this landing page using forms, and then the lead ends up in our CRM, which is in my case, I use GoHighLevel CRM. And then we send this lead a text message or email, or both actually. In my case, I'm sending both, like a confirmation text message and confirmation email. So I do understand that these potential clients, they may not have a listing right now, but I want to capture these leads into my CRM so that I can communicate with them later. So I hope that makes sense. So it doesn't mean they have a listing right now, or maybe they have, but I hope when they have the next listing, the next properties to sell, they will order from us because we offer them something for free. In this case, the free headshot. Now for the free headshot, like my idea when I create funnels like this, I want to automate all the processes, or like something that I give for free, I want to automate it so that it doesn't take much of my time. So the idea here is that we go to the listing, to the house, we take picture. As usual, we do the measurements, drone and things like that. And at some point we take a headshot of realtor. So we don't really need a lot of equipment for this, right? So it's some like a white background, and I have it in my arsenal, in my equipment. Then a simple flash, I take a headshot, and then I use for processing, I actually use, I'm not sure how to pronounce this, Remini, I don't know, like, sorry guys. But I found that they actually automatically edit headshots really well. I tried it a few times and I'm happy with the results. And yeah, so I'm just gonna, my plan is to use this platform to edit the headshots. Or if, let's say, you have editing skills for portraits or headshots, and if it doesn't take much time for you, then definitely use it. I'm not an editor, so, but I know how to take headshots. I don't think it's a overly complicated process. So yeah, I take the headshot, I send it to Remini AI to edit it, and then we have a produced professional headshot for the realtor. So everyone is happy. Realtor got its free headshot. We got an order. So hopefully that makes sense. So the next step for me is to build a landing page, right? So as I mentioned in my earlier videos, I use AI to build my website and to build my portal. I use Augment Code. It's like a plugin for my coding platform, which is VS Code. And basically, since this AI coding agent already built the entire website for me, so basically it doesn't really take a lot of effort for this AI coding agent to build another page, right? So basically what I just tell it like build a landing page. Let me just check if yeah, so this is the, let me go to the very top. Where's my initial prompt? Yeah, so this is my initial prompt. So it's not too long, as you can see. And it basically says that I would like to create a landing page for free headshot offer. When realtor books a shot, they get a complimentary headshot. When they book a photo shoot, sorry, they get a complimentary headshot, and so on. So I just give the URL idea, and then I give some ideas for the content, and the ideas for the landing page copy is actually generated by ChatGPT. So nothing overcomplicated, because I don't really need a very long like landing page. I just need a simple page where the realtors can go, understand what is it about quickly, and then fill out the form. I just feed this content to my AI agent, and what else? Yeah, so what is important here is that do not wire the form to the email yet, because I want to give instructions later about how I send API call to GoHighLevel CRM. So I'll talk about this a little bit later because it's like a little bit technical, but don't be scary. This is like, there are actually a few options that you can use. You can use forms that you can create in GoHighLevel directly, or you can, if you are familiar with APIs and things like that, I will explain why I prefer API calls versus GoHighLevel forms. So I give this prompt to AI, and then it plans, and then it generates. And basically, the funny thing is that because it's already created the whole website for me, it almost created the whole page with like exactly how I want it to look, with all these icons and colors and elements and backgrounds. So I didn't really change anything because my other pages look very similar, right? So I didn't give it too many instructions about the colors or sections and how they should look. So it generated from one prompt pretty much exactly what I wanted. So including this client review sections and FAQ sections. So everything was generated from one prompt. Now, speaking about the form, in my case, I use this pop-up form, as you can see. The reason why I wanted to use specifically this pop-up form is because I don't like GoHighLevel embedded forms. I mean, they are absolutely fine to use, but I just find it more like clean, and they look better. But there is a like technical requirement is that this form has to be connected to my GoHighLevel platform, right? And I use API documentation to send to create the contact. So I need to make sure that my AI coding agent sends the correct data to my GoHighLevel, right? So, and to show you how it looks like, it's basically, it's not something overly complicated. Is I just give instruction like send an API request to GoHighLevel with method post, and then I give instructions. There are some environment variables that I already added to my coding agent, and this is basically what I need, like the first name, last name, email, location IDs. That's to show where this information goes to which GoHighLevel account. That's what it is for. And then the company name, that means the brokerage name. And then I also need to add some tags. So there is like a second request. This is just an example. So the tag actually looks different. So let me show it to you. So this is my GoHighLevel account. If I go to, wait a second, settings, and then I go to tags, you can see that there are a bunch of different tags. One of them includes free headshot request, right? So it was created a few days ago, and that's what we're applying. So for those who are not familiar with tags, why do we need tags? We need tags to basically apply these tags to our clients so that we can differentiate them later. So that means we can, if I go to all my contacts list, so as you can see, we have 2,700 realtors here, and some of them already have this tag, but there are a bunch of other tags that I apply to different realtors based on what they requested, or like based on what funnels they completed. In this case, I have a funnel called free headshots. It basically starts when the contact like gets this tag, right? So this is a trigger for this automation. Okay, so once a realtor fills out this form, the information goes to GoHighLevel CRM, and they receive a confirmation email and text message. Now, as I promised, so you don't really have to use, you don't have to code these forms, right, and deal with APIs and things like that. So the easiest way here is actually you can create a form inside GoHighLevel or inside other CRMs if you use something else. So pretty much all of them allows you to create forms. Same with GoHighLevel. So if I go to sites, there is a tab called forms, and I can just create a form. So I can do this, start from scratch, create, and it pretty much gives like a pre-built form. So we have first name, last name, phone number, email, and I would add another, where's that? Where's that field? So, oh, here, a single line. So let's add here, and we'll call it, so we call it brokerage name, right? So then a button, hit submit. So that's pretty much it. So once you save this, this form is saved, now I can go, let's, just one second, let me call it form free headshot. Okay, so let's hit save. And then under settings, I believe it's under setting. Oh no, okay, so settings, integrate. And yeah, so embed form. And when you click this copy embed, embedded code, so if I click it, so copy it to the clipboard, right? So now what we can do, we can go to our website. For example, if you, let's say you're using WordPress or some other websites, or maybe you have a web designer. So all you have to do is just send them that code, and let me just show you how it looks like. This is how the code looks like, right? It's a simple iframe code, and you just embed it into your website, and then once that's done, this form is gonna appear on your website. So it's really easy process. That's pretty much all you have to do. So you don't have to create the form from scratch using HTML, CSS, APIs, and all that kind of stuff. Once you have this form on your website, it works exactly like the form that I have here, right? So it could be somewhere at the bottom of the page or something like that, or you can use a pop-up option like here, so that it pops up on your page as well. Once that's done, all you have to do is basically skip for now in your automation. So when you create automations, all you have to do is you can add a new trigger, which is form submitted. It's select form is, and then select form free headshot form. So save trigger. So now we have a few options, right? So this automation is going to be triggered. First of all, if the tag is added, like free headshot request, that's my case because I use a custom form, right? Which was created by my coding agent, and through the API we apply that tag to those potential clients or realtors who filled out this form. So we apply this tag free headshot requested, and that what triggers the automation. So once that person get this tag, they automatically add it to this automation, and then they receive text message and email. The second option is when the form is submitted. So that's when you have that GoHighLevel form on your page. So this is not my case because I use a different form. But in your case, if it's easy, you can just create a form inside GoHighLevel, embed it on your website or on your landing page, and it's gonna work exactly like my case. And the third option is, let me just cancel here. And the third option is Facebook lead form submission. So I'm going to talk about this a little later. So this is what we use when we set up a lead campaign in Facebook. So let me explain this step later in this video. And then we have to click save, and then pretty much it works automatically. Now you may notice this step here, which is called add tag. So I also add tag here, which is free headshot requested. Why do I do this? Is because in case if the Facebook, it's called instant form. Facebook have an option where people can just fill out their instant forms on Facebook without leaving their Facebook page. I still need to apply this tag. So, I mean, this Facebook lead form triggers the automation, but these people who filled out this form are not going to get that tag, right? Because there is no automation doing this within the Facebook. So I need to add this tag kind of manually to those people who filled out the form on Facebook. So that's why I apply this tag. And in case if they submitted some different forms, I kind of I also have this tag, but this step, but the tag is not going to be applied because it's already there, right? So I just want to make sure that all the people that are using different paths into this funnel get in this tag automatically, because later on I want to filter them and find those people who actually got this tag. And I can then build other automations, or I can call them directly, or I can email them saying, hey, do you plan to have a listing this week? If so, we remember that you send us that request about free headshot. We would be happy to fulfill our promises and things like that. So I hope that makes sense in terms of automating this process. So that's why I have this tag here. Okay, so the next step, how we're gonna do the Facebook ads, right? So first of all, I wanted to show you this platform called Superscale AI. We just go to their website directly. So this is how it looks like. I tried quite a few different platforms for generating ads with AI. This one I find good so far. AI is evolving every day, right? But what I found interesting about this Superscale platform is that they actually produce quite nice visuals for ads. And then also I generate what they called talking heads that I can use in my advertising campaigns. I like it so far. So I mean, maybe there are better solutions. Please let me know. But in this case, I generated a few visuals. Free headshot, book a listing shoot. Free headshot for Calgary Realtors. Yeah, it generates quickly. I just have to tell it what kind of colors I like, what kind of background, and things like that, and it generates almost instantly these visuals that I can later use, and I can edit them in terms of I can tell what I like and what I don't like, and I can create different formats like 4x5, 9x16, and then I can even animate them, which is kind of cool option feature. So the animation of this ads is also possible. And please try, if you know any other platforms, let me know, because I'm open to suggestions. So yeah, so this one is good for me so far. So now let's talk about the Facebook settings. As I mentioned, I just started this campaign, free headshot offers. So the results, just like 5 conversions for $10, almost $11 per conversion. So this is very high, but since it's running only a few days, Facebook is learning who is my ideal client, and who they have to show this ad to, right? Realtors in Calgary, but there are a bunch of different algorithms behind the scenes which we don't know. Like, we don't know a lot about those algorithms and what kind of data Facebook has. But yeah, so far the results this is too high for a lead, but that's totally fine because I plan to run it for at least, I don't know, a month or maybe more. So this number should drop. The first lead that I got was, I think it was $18 per lead, and now it dropped to 11. So that's a good progress. So that means the cost of lead going down. I think it should work actually eventually. So we'll see. Again, this is not to prove that this is a great offer or this is a great funnel. I'm just showing you how I built them, because this is not the only funnel that I have. By the way, just before I forget, I have different funnels, which free tools that generate like reels, for example, or generate slideshows, or generate PDF flyers. And these are basically funnels that I use on my web. So let's say if I open this free reel generator, realtors fill out the data about the listing, they choose the headshot, the agency logo, they choose property photos, like up to six of them, and then it generates simple reels like this one, for example. Just listed the address, a couple of pictures, and then the some contact information at the end of the video. But the idea is that I give this to them for free, and in return I get a lead, right? I get a contact information about this specific realtor, which ends up in my CRM, and then it's up to me to communicate with that realtor in different ways. So as you can see, I have 2,700 contacts. Some of them I have to clean up, like this chat AI. This is just bots, but that's easy. Like, they don't really appear too often. But most of these realtors are actually real people in Calgary, and yeah, it works for me really well. And the more funnels I build, the better, right? So because they don't really cost me much, it's a great way to generate leads and then communicate with these potential clients. And as you may know, you don't really need hundreds of clients. You need 20, 30, 40, 50, depending on your ambitions. and the size of your company that basically can generate enough revenue each month for you. So yeah, this is just a free, a quick explanation of how I build these funnels and how they work. So let's go back to our funnel. As you can see, so we only have 5 leads right now, but actually if I go back to my GoHighLevel account and let's go to automation and to my special offer, we can see that 8 people totally, -1 because it was me, I tested, so 7 in total. So 2 of them probably went through the landing page instead of Facebook instant forms. So 2 of them actually went through the landing page. So which means if I click edit, I'll try to show you the settings. So the campaign objective leads. What is important also here? So if I go to the ad sets, yeah, so one of the things that also important is that I started with a really low budget, so I probably gonna increase it to 17 or maybe even 20 per day, depending on how much money I have and how much money I want to spend. So this is not a good number. So $10 per day is too low, to be honest. So I recommend higher numbers. Yeah, so what is important here as well? So I have a audience settings. So in my case, I'm only using Airdrie, Calgary, Canmore, Cochrane, Okotoks, Chestermere. So these are like the radius around Calgary and some smaller cities or towns around Calgary, because I'm not interested to show this ad to anyone else, right? So that's important. And then the age restrictions, I don't really care much about this, but the most important is to have the location, so the radius where you show this ad. And then also detailed targeting, people who match realtor, real estate agent, salesperson, or realtor. So this is what's important. So I'm telling Facebook who to target. And because my ads also pretty much saying free headshot for Calgary realtors, I hope other people don't fill out this form, because I don't want them to be in my CRM, right? I want realtors who live in Calgary or surroundings. What about other settings? So if I go to the ad itself, I'm using this visuals that were generated by Superscale AI. And another important thing is that, as I mentioned, I'm using either instant forms, Facebook instant forms, or landing page. I'm using both in this case, and you can set them. Yeah, so under here, the destination settings. So I'm using the website URL. So this is the landing page that I'm using. And as I mentioned, I'm using the instant forms from Facebook. So the instant form from Facebook, it basically contains, wait a second, can I show it to you? Where's the fields? Questions, oh here. So the form has first name, last name, email, phone number, and company name. So that's basically everything I need to know about these people. Yeah, so it pretty much matches my form on this page, right? So that's exactly what I know what I need to know about these people. So yeah, that's it about the Facebook settings. Then obviously the ad creative. So I use primary text, the headlines, so I use different ones, and description. So pretty much like standard settings, so nothing over complicated or crazy. All this stuff were generated by ChatGPT, and I just chose in my opinion, the best ones. And another important thing is that conversion API, but this is like probably a separate topic or maybe a separate video. This is something that you have to create and set up, because it's under Events Manager. This is something that Facebook needs to know, right? So Facebook needs to know how do we track conversions. And in this case, I use different data sets. Which one is that? I think this one. And so yeah, I'm not gonna dive into this because it requires like a separate video on how to set this up, and I'm actually not an expert, so I like definitely you probably better use YouTube to find out how to set this up. But it's like you create these conversion events, and then you provide this code on your website, and then Facebook can understand which action is actually the conversion. So yeah, so that's pretty much about the Facebook campaign setting. And the next step, how we send them confirmations. So let me show again this automation, how it's built. So I deleted the form here because I do not need it. So as I mentioned, I apply a tag, just like a uh, I just want to make sure that all these people, regardless of what they filled out, it's either a Facebook lead form or the form on my landing page, they all get tags. Then I send a text message. It's very simple. Thanks for requesting your complimentary realtor headshot. We saved your request, and you can redeem the offer whenever you book your next listing with us, right? So that makes sense. Regardless of when they have the next listing, I just want them to remember that we offered them a free headshot. If you're ready to book now, please click on this link, right? So simple, easy. Same email, pretty much same content. A little bit more content actually. So if I click on edit, so same idea here, and then just another paragraph. We provide professional real estate photography, drone, reels, video, blah, 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 a full marketing kit. So there is a link to, I'll show you what we do so that they just more information about our business pretty much, right? So if I show you this page, a free marketing kit is that we offer to Calgary Realtors. So this is the stuff like reels, 9 real social media reels, property websites, 3 of them, PDF flyers, like property flyers, 2 slideshows, special offer that we run right now, and things like that. So all this content is generated automatically. So I do not spend, almost do not spend time, and I think it's like the dollar plus something, less than $2 for the whole marketing kit to be generated for each realtor. So when they order with us, they automatically get this marketing kit, and it's just a couple of dollars of cost on my side. I think this is fair. And what I noticed is that more and more realtors actually use this. And this is great because this is what differentiates me from other businesses here in my area, because I give something to realtors that they like, and it's almost free for me. It's free for them, and everyone's happy. And this is all, especially websites. I'm actually working on building a better conversion websites I have some ideas that how I can generate leads for realtors, and this is something that I can do within my portal. So this is great, and I see requests from realtors that they actually see value in that. So maybe this is a topic for another video. Once I build that stuff, I'll show you in later videos. So yeah, this is how it works, and this is how the typical funnel looks like. So we send them text message and email, and these people stay within my CRM. So that means I can talk to them, right? I can send them offers later, a few months later, or a year later. I haven't sent them this offer about free headshot yet. So my next step would be to send an email blast to all these people, to all my potential clients about that we have this special offer with a free headshot. I haven't done this yet because the next week and the week after, we're going to be a little bit busy with other bigger projects. And I don't want to send it yet, but that's a logical next step, which cost me $0, is just to send a blast email about the special offer to all these 2,700 people. So that's the power of email marketing. That's the power of having a database of realtors, because once they are in your database, you can communicate with them pretty much free of charge. So I don't have to spend like you saw, $11 per lead, right? Once that lead is in my CRM, I can communicate with them pretty much free of charge. So that's the beauty of marketing. That's the beauty of funnels like this, and it's not too difficult to build them. If you have any ideas of how I can improve that, because I don't call myself a guru or like an expert in this, so I'm always open to any other ideas, better ideas, or how I can improve this stuff. So please share with me. I would be really thankful for any ideas or feedback from you. So hopefully this gives you a behind the scenes look at how I build funnels. If you'd like to see more videos where I break down my actual automations, AI workflows, and websites, subscribe to the channel. And if you are a real estate photographer, please join my free school community. That's where I share the deeper tutorials and automation workflows, AI tools that I use, and marketing systems that I use in my business. Thank you very much for watching, and see you soon.